Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to Ironclad RC. I'm Big B. So we're out here in the shop of an area you guys usually don't see. It's where my old boats go to die and new boats sit around until they come to life. Alright. So today we're actually going to be tinkering around. I have a couple of old Beryllium props here that have broken, props that I've hit stuff with, and we're actually going to use these as a test because we're going to try to heat treat them. Now, this is a realm of the hobby I have no business being in, okay? But I've had some issues with props breaking, as you can see. Flexing, heat treating beryllium, you can add a couple mile per hour to your top speed, heat treating it. Now, there's a problem. Well, I know there's a right way to do it, and there's a wrong way to do it. I'll probably do it the wrong way, but I'm going to attempt it, and that's more than most people can say. So we're going to use these as a test bed. I think the best way to do it is I'm going to cut a blade off of each of these props, put the prop in the forge here, heat it up, pull it out, let it cool down, and we can test. Yeah, we're gonna play around. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get these blades cut off so we can start the process. So I read a couple different places. There's a few different ways of hardening a prop, and I'm gonna do what they call an age harden. I'm going to try to get this thing at around 500 degrees. Back here where the flame's at, it's going to be too hot. I've already been tinkering around with the temperature. I can get it right here, like right in this area right here where my laser's at. I can get that at a consistent 500, 550, 600 degrees. And the temperature I seen, it was 500 to 600 degrees for 3 hours, and then you just let it cool off, pull it out and let it cool off. Okay, so this is from the same prop. This is my first test. I'm gonna set a timer for 3 hours. We'll test the hardness with a file. Okay, so back here it's way too hot, I think. So we're going to try to put the prop somewhere in here. Put half of it. I'm going to put it right there. Okay, I'm going to slightly close the door a little bit. Let's see what the temperature is. 541 on the bottom of my forge. 544 on the prop. So let's come off of this a little bit. I made this. It's all handmade. I used a MIG welding tip. Can't remember the size of the tip, but I tapped it into this fitting right here. And I basically made it from scratch, welded it. It's not pretty, but it works. I turned that flame down a little bit. We're at 550, 524, half 500s here. All right, so it's been 2 hours, 45 minutes, okay? 2 hours, 45 minutes, and I believe I'm going to go ahead and shut it down here. All right, go ahead and shut it off. Get this closed up, and I'm kind of wishing that I would have put 2 pieces of prop in there, so I could let one sit in here and cool off slowly, and I could put one like out here and let it cool off fast to see if there's any difference in hardness. So I want to look at it real quick. I don't want to hold it for too long because I don't want to cool it down. But oh wow, so it's actually pretty dark. Wow, darker than I thought it would be. Can you guys see that? Okay, so I'm just going to put it back in there and let it cool down. Here's one that wasn't treated, so you can see the difference in color. The next day, everything is cooled down. The prop is done. Now we get to check it and see if it's hard. It was an Harden. They also have several different methods of doing it. I picked the cast Beryllium for my first attempt, and I pretty much followed it to spec. Granted, my temperature was fluctuating about 50 degrees here and there, you know, but well, let's go test it. So I got my first test prop inside. It looks rough as hell, right? Man, that looks rough. So maybe I kept it in there too long. Like I said, I tried the hardening technique first. So let's see if it's hard. And the best way I know to do it is a file test. Okay. Feels hard. You can hear it. You can hear it. This is a not treated prop. Pretty soft. It wants to grab. This is the one I treated. It actually feels like it's sliding across it a little bit better. It's not really grabbing so much. Feels a little bit harder, but not much. It's still grabbing. Not as hard. So it feels like it's a little bit harder, to be honest with you. And it's not just because I took the time to do it and I'm thinking it's harder, and it's really not. You can hear it. You can hear it. So let's do it. Let's hold it by the base here, and we'll listen to it. Sounds different. Sounds a little bit different. Let's try to bend it. See what happens. Okay, so it broke. I tried to bend it and it broke. Let's see what this one does. Same spot, same little piece. This one right here is already bent, so it didn't break. It didn't break. Alright, so it's gotta be hardened. So yeah, it's definitely not grabbing and pulling material off. Like this one right here. Well, you could see it where I've been running across it. You see the gouging on this, on the original prop? It's like gouging it. And this one right here is almost like skating across it. It's like gouging at it, you know? I'm trying to do it the same on both. You can hear it. Yeah, so it's like gouging material out of this one. You can see it, and this one here, it's just scratching it. So okay. So I think I may have done it for too long though, because the outside thin part of the prop. Sorry about that. I don't know, it's pretty freaking strong. Bending, breaking. Okay. Bend this one back and forth. Okay, so it took 2 or 3 bends to break it. That one right there breaks right when you... So it's definitely harder. It's harder. It's definitely hardened. Did you see how I had to peel this one back and forth to get it to break off? And this one right here, I bent it one way, and when I went to go bend it the other way, it snapped off. So my first attempt, we just laid the blade on the metal, and I'm sure the metal is hotter than the inside temperature, you know. So I made me a prop holder. Okay. So we did 3 hours, because I said 2 hours 45 minutes, but you got to take in consideration I was out here messing with all this before I even started the timer. So it was 3 hours at around 550, 600. Okay. So one of my viewers, Jeff Armstrong 7716, commented to do it at 550, 600 for 30 to 90 minutes. So we're going to try that. I'm going to do it around 600 for half the time, because the other prop seemed like it was definitely harder, but I think I left it in there for too long and it became brittle on the outside edge, you know. So I'm going to break this blade right here off for my control real quick. Okay. This will be our little control piece. All right. Not much. Damn, I probably should have tried to do it better, but we know how soft the prop is. So let's go ahead and get this thing fired up. I'm gonna get it up to temp, and I'll start the video. Yeah, man, I can get this thing hot, man. She'll get hot, boy. She will get hot. She will get hot. That's for sure. Maybe we should do it at about 1,000 degrees for 5 minutes. About 1,000 degrees for 5 minutes. Come on. All right, so I'm gonna let this thing get up to temp real quick, and we'll back off of it and put our prop in. All right, got the blade broke off. I think I'm gonna slide it in there like this. Boom. Probably not the best thing to do it in. Okay, so I'm actually going to go for 1 hour. I got it set for 1 hour. It's 58 minutes right now. I just started it. So with the door closed, it's like 600. You know? Yeah, about 550 to 600. Alright, so it's been an hour. It's been an hour. So I'm going to open this up. We're going to shut it off. Alright, I'm going to turn that off. Turn the forge off. And I think I'm just going to let it sit there. I think I'm just going to let it sit there and cool with this door open kind of slow. Alright, temperature looks good. Okay, 1 hour at around 600 degrees. Give or take 615, 620 sometimes, 580. It's my first time, and at least I'm trying, you know. So take it easy on me in the comments. Yeah, my temp gun could be better. I could have a thermometer in the forge to keep a better temp, but this will give me a roundabout, and I feel like that's all I need. I just got to get the time right and the placement. So take it easy, you know. At least I'm trying. I know I'm gonna have guys saying, "Oh, this is wrong, that's wrong. You're not doing this and this right." But how many props have you done? You know. So I'm gonna let this cool down, and we're gonna take it inside with the piece I broke off and kind of mess around with it. Okay, so it's been an hour cool down process. So an hour in the forge, an hour cool down, and it's not hot anymore. Okay, so let's go see if it's hard. Let's take a look at it here. Okay, completely cooled off. It almost looks darker than the other one. Where's the other one? No, yeah, I don't know. It looks about the same. It's about the same temperature. I'm thinking this one right here, the first one, it was probably hotter. A hotter temperature because it was sitting right on that diamond plate steel in my forge. So, you know, a piece of the blade could have been extremely hot. This one right here, it was like set the proper way. So it may actually have worked. So so this is an untreated prop, original prop. Let's listen to it. It's gonna sound different because it's different type prop, but oh yeah, you guys hear that? It's a different sound. You can hear the sound difference. All right, so let's oh wow. Oh yeah, so it's actually grabbing with this untreated prop. It's soft, I could feel it. So this one, it's hard. Oh boy. Oh. Yeah, it's still a soft material, but it feels harder. It's not wanting to grab when I go across it. So I'm going across that. You can hear it wanting to grab it. Yeah, okay, okay. You can hear it when I hit it with the file too. That one has like a lower sound. This one has like a higher pitch sound. Yeah, okay, okay. So I'm gonna try to bend the tip of this. Is the same prop. Remember we broke the blade off? Okay. So I'm gonna try to let me get a pair of pliers. So I'm gonna hold it with these pliers and I'm just gonna try to bend the tip. I'm gonna go right there. Okay, so that was pretty easy. One bend and it started to crack. Okay, so it broke right off. All right, so we're gonna grab this one right here at in the same place. Oh, it's harder. Oh, it's harder. Ooh. I'm trying to bend it, it won't bend. Yeah, boy. It wouldn't bend in this harder, in the hard where I had it, where I originally had it grabbed at. It was kept wanting to push my pliers out. Okay. So let me try it here. Let me try it. Let me try to bend it in this thicker part. Man, it's not wanting to bend. Okay, so it wouldn't bend. It wouldn't bend. Where I had my pliers slipped off and I bent the tip of it off. I was trying to bend it like right in here and it wouldn't bend. Oh, yeah, boy. Yeah, so I think, okay, so 575 to 625 was my temperature I basically had in my forge. Now, I don't know. 550 to 6 1/4. That's basically my temp. And for 1 hour, I think that's the hardest I've gotten it. So let me do my other hardened prop. So this one feels softer than this one. Okay, so I think we had this one in there for too long, and or it was sitting on that metal, getting it too hot. So I think I got it here. I mean, it could probably get harder. It may not be as hard as it should be, but it's definitely harder than it was. All right, well, that's good. I had to fix a prop from Chris Hoffman. He has a hard props. His props are hard, and I was trying to get a ding out of the blade, and I could not get that damn ding out to save my life with my prop pliers. I was trying to work the ding out of a Hoffman prop, and it was hard. It was a hard prop. So let me see how this right here wants to act. Okay. Yeah, typically I can bend a prop with these pliers, and it barely dinged it. So watch this with these prop pliers and a untreated prop. See that? See that right there? It bent it nice and easy. I didn't struggle with it. Let's do this one again. Oh yeah, see, it didn't even, I put the same amount of pressure on it, didn't even do nothing. Okay. Alright, so we heat treated it. Okay. ABC and Noctura are made differently. I guess they got different material, you know. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to, or what temperature an Noctura prop needs to be treated at. And I don't know. I think I'm gonna do this. This is that 1916 that I made. It's a modified, one of my favorite props, man. And I'm familiar with it. I know how this prop handles and acts. It's extremely thin. So I'm going to do it for 1 hour, 550 to 640 on my little holder. And we're going to run it. You know? We're going to run it when it's done. So before I let you go, I was going to show you what I'm doing. Alright, I got that 1916 in here. It's at 600, 640, 575. I'm going to keep it in there for an hour, just like we did the last prop. I feel we had success with that last one. The first one, not so much. It was, I think it was too brittle. I left it in there for too long, you know. So we're doing 1 hour, 550 to 640. I want to say thank you to everybody who has helped me with hardening props. Like Dr. Jet gave me some nice reading material. The Armstrong 7716 guy, thank you, because that's the recipe I used for that last one, and it worked out great. I just like helping the hobby. You know, I want to see my viewers succeed. As you progress in the hobby, you can try taking on stuff like this, like balancing a prop, modifying a prop, and then hardening a prop, you know, as you progress. Like if you're new, you may not want to jump into heat treating a prop. You need to learn more about the hobby, you know, read and watch as much information as you can, you know, keep bettering yourself. And don't take anybody's word for it. Tinker and test. Do your own testing, you know. My method here, it may not be right. It did harden that one prop, so I'm interested to see how this one does, you know. Okay, so it's the next day. I wasn't planning on putting this in this video. This long form video, it didn't upload in time for my 7 a.m. daily upload. Yesterday, so I deleted the video from YouTube, and I'm adding this. My 1916 is finished. It actually turned out really nice. Notice it don't have the splotches like this prop right here did. You see that? So what I did, we didn't wipe this prop down. Like, we didn't wipe it down at all. I just threw it in there. This one, I wiped it off. Like, I used some water on a rag, wiped it, and then I took a paper towel, dried it, and I got all the oils off of it before I threw it in the fire. It actually turned out pretty good. It sounds hard. I've kind of run the file across it a couple times here. It sounds pretty hard. I think we got it. I'm excited to run it. It sounds hard. Okay. One thing I am worried about that I didn't really think about before I fired it was, see right here, it's got that kink where I guess I hit something one run and it had kind of folded that tip back, and then I peeled it, I bent it back into shape. So I'm actually curious to see how that acts at high RPM, see if it like breaks the tip off later on or what. But it's a hard prop now, so it's not gonna bend. It'll break before it bends. You feel me? So that's the benefit to having a hard prop. It'll keep the shape of your prop for longer. If you hit something, it may take that hit. If it don't, it's not gonna bend. It's gonna break. So I'm excited to test it, you guys. I really am. I think it's going to retain its shape better. It's not going to vibrate in the water because I got some thin blades on here. It's not going to vibrate. It's not going to flex at high RPM. And we may pick up a mile an hour or two. If you have a mile per hour on the guy next to you, you're always going to stay ahead of him, no matter what. Every time. Half a mile per hour, a mile per hour on the next guy, then you're going to lap him every time. And it's little things like this, hardening a prop, just taking that extra time, that extra step that will set you apart from the rest. Or if you don't do it right, then you know. And I hope I showed you guys the right way. I tried. I did an extra prop off camera before I even did any of these props. If you're going to try this, try it on an old prop first. And then do it, test it, remember what you've done, and then try your actual live prop, and I wish you guys luck. I really do. All right. I'm working on this ABC 5218 1050 for the Dominator with that low kV motor. We try to get some speed with it. I got a new prop in the mail. Donald M. Thank you. I can't pronounce your last name. So Donald M. sent this prop. He accidentally ordered the prop. He had ordered the wrong size. It's a CNC aluminum VXP racing prop. It's a mod prop. It's got a bar cut back here, and the trailing edge has got some cupping to it. I guess that's what you would call it. It looks like a CNC prop that they've actually pressed. I don't know how they did it. Maybe it's cut like that, but it is a cool looking prop. 5416. We'll run it on the 48 supersonic wake. Gonna try it on the 42. Gonna try it on the Dominator with that low kV motor. Maybe even the Sonic Wake 36 with that low kV motor. Maybe for a run. But I'm actually excited to try it. It's cool looking. Yeah, boy. All right, so thank you, Donald. I appreciate it. So if you guys have anything you'd like to add, if I didn't do it right, tell me. If you got any questions, ask me. I'll try to answer them the best I can. I've only done 3 test props, and this is my live prop. So only time will tell, But I appreciate you guys watching, sitting through the freaking movie. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Big B. We're Ironclad RC. We'll see you guys next time.